it's good to see you again. Why don't you just introduce yourself to everyone?
Hey Soph, good to see you too. I'm Matt Sumner. I'm the owner and lead dentist up here at Accent Dentists. And for the last few years, we've been steadily focusing more and more on cosmetic dentistry. So we like to think of ourselves as this being the home of the Smile Restore.
And Matt, can you just tell us about a patient you saw this week and what brought them in?
Well, sure. Come on over and have a look. This is Sarah. So Sarah came in to see me a little while ago, and we've been planning this case out for a little bit. As you can see, Sarah's actually got really lovely teeth before we started. So I like to call this our good to great case. Sarah came in and had concerns around how white her teeth were. She wanted them whiter and she wanted them straighter. And after quite a lot of conversations, we ended up transforming her smile to what you can see there. It's a case where I initially tried to think about doing it for her with some whitening and some orthodontics, because those two things are easily the most conservative ways to treat a case like this. But Sarah didn't want to do that. Sarah wanted some ceramic veneers in order to make them as perfect as they possibly could be. And I think you'll agree the result's pretty outstanding.
And Matt, how did you settle on the best treatment option for Sarah?
Well, what's a little tricky for in cosmetic cases is that whitening can be a bit unpredictable in terms of the outcomes that people get, and Sarah had tried whitening several times before and had had pretty limited outcomes in terms of how white they got relative to what she was after. So if we were really aiming at making something very white and straight for Sarah, we couldn't really keep whitening them because it wasn't going to be effective. And really her primary motivation was around the color. So what we had to do in that case is put something on the surface of the tooth to be able to do that. Sarah also wanted something that was really long wearing, hard wearing and durable, long lasting. So a ceramic veneer is a great choice in that case.
So Matt, how long would something like this take?
Well, as a process, it's actually quite quick. It's from once we start to when we get it finished, it's really 3 weeks. That first appointment's about 4 hours worth of changes because there's 10 ceramic veneers in there. And then the second appointment 3 weeks later is about a couple of hours to put them all on. What takes the time at the front end is getting our heads around exactly what the plan's like, exploring all of the options so that we know that Sarah's 100% committed to going the way that she wanted to go with them, with those ceramic veneers. And in some situations it's quite helpful with a case like this to have like an architectural model, what we call a wax up, that allows the patient to see it, and then you can also use that wax up to provide the temporaries so that the patient can have a good understanding of what the permanent things are going to look like. But realistically, it's actually quite quick once you've got your head around what it is that you're doing. Yeah.
And Matt, how is Sarah feeling about her new smile now?
Well, when you've done quite a lot of a change for somebody like that, it takes people a bit of time to actually settle into getting used to it. And I actually often encourage people to go home and smile at themselves in the mirror to actually get used to what the new thing looked like. Because there's a lot going on there from where she was before to where she is now. So I got a chance to catch up with Sarah a week afterwards, which is when we took this photograph. A week after we put them on, so that's only a week after we put all the veneers on. You can see how nice that soft tissue looks. It just came up so beautifully. So yeah, a case like this, it's really good to have a little settling in period. And Sarah came back in and was absolutely delighted. It was a real it really was a real showcase of what great can look like, and she was beaming from ear to ear.
And Matt, if people are wanting more information about Accent, what would you tell them?
Well, we've got a great range of case studies on our website, so you should certainly stop and check that out. It's www.accentdentist.co.nz. There's a whole gamut of different bits and pieces that we've put together for people there. It's a great resource, and if you've liked this video, you could like and subscribe to the channel.
Okay, perfect. Thanks, Matt.